Okay, so congratulations on making yet another Olympics. Basic question first, what's the feeling like? How's the preparation going?
Prep has been fantastic. I started my preparation for this Paris Olympic Games from March. 5th of March was when we knew that we have qualified in the team, and this is the first time we've qualified in the team. So we've
Yes,
gotten this much of time to prepare. So since the Commonwealth Games that got over in 2022, the primary target was to qualify in the team for the Olympic Games. And since then, a lot of things were being worked on with qualification for the team. But the final preparation for the Olympic Games started by somewhere around mid-March, where
yeah,
we planned about how do I get to my best shape possible. And now currently we're in the final stage, completely final stage, where here in Europe, preparing on the border of Germany and France on the same conditions that would be existing at
yeah.
the Paris Olympics.
So how does your preparation look like just a fortnight before the Olympics? Like, what's the training regimen and what's your game prep like?
So now, currently, as I said, we are here in these conditions with different teams are here. We are nearly 35 players in the training group in the boys' side. The girls have another 12 of them in the girls' side. So, different countries, different players are here. So, getting to mix and match, try out some match practices. So, it's really good at this moment. Of course, we are in a taper down mode, where we are not putting in volume of work, but more on, more match practices, more on situations of matches, trying to solve what we can do best during difficult situations and stuff like that. So that is the primary goal, and trying to keep our body and mind in the best possible shape.
So you've played your share of Olympics, 2004. You've been there since 2004. So is there anything you've picked up from all those games that you've participated in and trying to do something different from them?
A lot, a lot. I picked up a lot of stuff from my experience that I've gained over so many years. The first thing is how to handle pressure, how to deal with pressure. Not let's say not how to deal with pressure and how to perform under pressure is something which I've learned over the years, and my ability to understand my own body and mind has become better, which is helping me peak at the right times when it's utmost necessary. So I've been doing that well over especially the last 6 years have been fantastic. 2018 onwards, I've thanks to sports science, I've been able to keep myself physically very fit and mentally very sharp.
Yeah.
And of course, there are a lot of things that have changed. I do have this data, I do have this experience, but the techniques have changed. There's more evolution of the generations that have come by. They're faster, they're quicker, they play the game in a different style. So I need to adapt to all those changes. So of course I do know about myself, but also I need to have my training methods changed to the new age techniques that are very much required. So I've been able to do that well, thanks to my team, which is surrounding me, my coach, my fitness coach, my mental coach, my nutritionist, my physio. So all of them working in tangent together to get my A game on the table at
Yeah.
Paris Olympic Games.
Uh, what are your memories of that Athens Games? Fond memories? Anything not so pleasant? If you could just list down a couple of
No,
them.
there it was very, very, there's nothing that went wrong there. Very actually, when you look at my Olympic performances, or my experiences, I think except for Rio, I've done exceedingly well in the other ones. But that's also, yeah, because I got this opportunity to represent the country at the highest stage, and There, of course, there was a lot of pressure. A lot of people asking me, table tennis doesn't have medals. How are you going to win those medals and stuff like that? Of course, that's a lot of pressure there. But then I've been able to get out my best each and every time I was on court in such big tournaments. So Athens, when I look back at those videos, actually I don't have the footage, but now when I look at the footage from Olympic, the social media of Olympics and stuff, oh, it's like wow, I was so fast and I'm so thin.
I want to draw your attention to your last Olympics in 2021, and we all were just hoping that you could beat Marlin, and you took a set of him also. What are your memories of that match? Did you at some point feel you were control of the match and you could win it and create some sort of history there?
Yes, very much, very much. Already in the first set, I felt, wow, today I probably have a chance in this match.
Yeah.
Uh, I felt it, but I let go the first set because of I felt like I didn't believe enough.
Mhm.
And then I took out the second set, and the third set went on to a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And there on the tiebreaker, when I let him, like, when he took a timeout, he changed gears and came out. I couldn't keep up after that.
Yeah.
It. But yes, my best performance in my complete career, I would say, the way the quality of table tennis that I played in that match is one of the best that has happened to me, and the way I actually went into the court with the mental mindset
Yeah.
and showed it until the last point was is what is why people talk about that match so much. So
Absolutely.
it's more than what I did on the court physically. It was more about the mental grit that I had in that match and showed and made people believe that yes, today Sharath is going to take down the Chinese, and probably if Sharath is able to do that, every Indian is probably going to do that in the future.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
that's the inspiration that I've installed in through that
Will
match.
that match keep you in good stead in this Olympics as well? Because you just spoke about how that was the best match you've ever played. So will that keep you in good
Yeah,
stead?
and the thing in the last 6 years is every year has been getting better and better.
Yeah,
So I don't know how that's happening, but it's just every year is getting better and better, and I hope that this Olympic Games I bring out the best, and at
yeah.
the same time able to come back with some stunning performance, especially in the team
Yeah.
event.
Again, 2023, your ranking dropped to 107, and then you made a stunning comeback where you reached in the top 30s again. And talk us through that journey. And was that break a planned thing where you needed to give your body some rest, or things weren't going right for you? What was that?
No, it was pretty much a planned stuff. Not to dip to 107. That was not the plan. But the thing was to take a 6 months break after the Commonwealth Games so
Yeah,
that I'll be able to start afresh for Paris, because I'm at an age where I just can't keep going from tournament to tournament trying to hit my peak.
yeah,
It's not possible physically and mentally
right.
to be. So I'd put all that I had for the Commonwealth Games for nearly 6 months, 8 months, I would say, and
Yeah,
got out that performance at the Commonwealth Games. And then I said, okay, I need to take a short break now, because if I want to do well at the Asian Games and Paris Olympic Games, I need to have that break. And at the same time, I got the opportunity on the administrative side on both ITTF, International Table Tennis Federation,
yeah,
and the IOA, Olympic Association, to be athlete representative
yeah,
on executive board. So that also, juggling those hats between each other was it took me time to understand, okay, what exactly has to be done. But then in the last 6 months or so, I've just kept all of that aside. I've told they do understand, the
yeah,
board and I understand that this is, I'm still a player, and this takes precedent.
yeah,
So the last 6 months I was able to just focus on this, and that is why you can see or let's say the 8 months from Asian Games onwards. I felt like, okay, this is I need to keep aside all of that and focus primarily on the Olympic Games is what I thought. And then my performance again, I came back to my old position as I
Right.
say. So of
Absolutely.
course I needed that break for those 6 months to have this high again.
Yeah. You spoke about how the Indian teams have qualified for the team events for the first time, both men and women. What's the significance of that? What does it tell about the Indian standards?
Actually, it's been a long dream for me. Team championships I was introduced in 2008, and since then, I always wanted to qualify in the team, but unfortunately, we could never do. Even though in Tokyo we were very, very close. Our world ranking was there, but unfortunately, in the qualification tournament, we lost out on the on three finals, getting into the Olympic Games. So now this time around, both the men and the women qualifying for the Olympic Games puts table tennis in a fantastic position because we have set the benchmark of qualifying for the Olympic Games. So I think the
Yeah.
generations after this will always look at, okay, it's not just qualification, but we need to get in though there for, let's say, a quarterfinal or a semifinal or a medal,
Yeah.
is what the aim should be. So we've been able to set these benchmarks, and that is helping Indian table tennis keep progressing, especially in the last 8 years. I think Indian table tennis has been progressing collectively.
Yeah.
Until then, it was pretty much one or two players here and there. But now, if you look at it, the whole team has been doing well, thanks to the
Yeah.
structure and system in place.
In the team, it's you, Manav, and Harmeet, and Satyan is the one who misses out. What do you tell Satyan? Because he's also a very senior member. So, if you had any conversation with him, what did that go like? Because he is also one of the top players in the country, after all. So, what do you tell him? If you could just throw some light on that.
It's nothing much because he's quite a mature player and a great person also. So it's quite easy to be around with him. And already the day he knew he would not make it into the team, he would be the number four. He's been talking to the youngsters, and he has been saying, okay, this is what is going to happen. This is how it will be at the Olympic Games. So because Harmit and Manav are going to be debut
Yeah.
at they're going to make the debut at Paris. So the Olympic Games has a completely different aura around it, and there's a lot of stuff. It's a festivity, it's
Yeah.
a festive sport. You just get in there. There's big chances that you get distracted with all the celebrations that happen around.
Right.
So just to keep the focus on what has to be done and maintain your composure, doesn't matter the external pressure or external noise that is there. Of course, it's the noise is also very nice. It's not just that, I don't want to listen to it. You want to be part of the celebrations, you want to be part of everything that's happening around. But of course, we are there for a specific reason and a goal, and we can't get distracted from that. And that Satyan is doing really well with both Harmit and Manav.
Yeah. Coach Massimo is back. Last year, I had spoken with you over the phone, and you told me that you had always been training with him only when he was not the coach of the Indian team as well. So, uh, what changes has he brought in already? Do you see a difference?
There's no change. We don't need changes. We just try to keep it constant because he's been here for the third term of his. So he came first in 2008. He
Yeah,
worked for 2 years in 2016 for another 2 years, and now uh, for some more time. The good thing about him is his ability to keep the team together and all of
yeah,
us each other in getting better. So that's his strength, that's his forte, and that is exactly what he's doing, and that is what is necessary for all of
yeah.
us at this.
In one of the interviews he gave, he spoke about how not having a head coach for 6 years really helped the Indian players because they grew more responsible. Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, it in the sense, when uh, despite the situation, I think the players have done really well thanks to the personal coaches who have stepped in and taken charge of that. And a lot of credit goes to Sai and Tops for being
Yeah,
able to help us individually for all the requirements that was there. And apart from them, not only science talks, but also the NGOs or let's say non-for-profit organizations who have been supporting sport to
Hmm.
help us have
Yeah,
that structure around each player. So
yeah,
that has been built fantastically well. And now with Max coming in, the head coach coming in, I think if we're able to put all of this collectively together, we will reach greater heights.
yeah. Last two questions, sir. What are your realistic expectations? Do you feel a medal could actually come if India plays their potential in whatever category, be it the team or the individual events?
As I said again, team is where we have the highest probability
Yeah,
to get a medal, especially the girls. They have been
right.
doing probably well. So the realistic chances, of course, we want to get into a tournament wanting to win a medal is
Right.
the want, of course, the reality to expectations might differ, but at least we our target has to be to get a medal.
Yeah,
Of course, for myself, it'll be the first match. It'll be the first match on the team championships, which if you're able to cross that hurdle, I think already there we are setting a milestone, a landmark
uh,
milestone there.
absolutely.
Quarterfinals of the Olympic Games is something which I never dreamt of. I would actually have the chance to. Of course, you want to win that medal, but a realistic chance to get in there is has the biggest probability now in
Yeah,
2024. So quarterfinal. Once you're there in the quarterfinals, you just want a one medal, one round away from the medal round. So
absolutely.
it can it can go anyways, but I think the most important one will be the first round, first match in the team championships, which will decide a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You're the co-flag bearer for the opening ceremony with Sindhu. Is that the biggest moment in any sports person's career? And are you visualizing it at the moment?
The biggest one will be to win a medal and
Yeah,
stand on the podium. That's the biggest moment. But of course, this is also a great moment of a moment of great pride and honor, uh, because it's not just for myself, but also for table tennis as in large, because very few table tennis players across the world have been flag bearers. And personally, for me, I think for the number of years that I've put in into the international service, I think that's a great way to feel the recognition coming back to me. And I have run through that. The visual has run through my mind so many times since I've been
yeah,
announced as a
yeah.
flag bearer. And I really can't wait for the 26th of July when myself and PV Sindhu will be actually having the flag in our hands and leading the contingent at the opening ceremony.
Great. Thanks a lot, sir, for your time, and hope to see you win a medal for the country at the Olympics.
Thank you, Madam.
Thanks a lot, sir. All the best. Take care.